If you have a smaller home project that needs attention, Ace Handyman can help you out with that. Part of the Ace Hardware family, they handle everything from gutter cleanings, Christmas light installations, deck repairs, any home project that takes between 2 hours and 2 days. With over 1,400 5-star Google reviews, Ace Handyman will connect you with a local licensed general contractor who's been background checked, bonded, and insured by Ace. Plus, they offer a 1-year warranty. To book your appointment, head over to acehandymanservices.com. That's acehandymanservices.com. Today on CityCast Portland, it's finally happening. Portland versus Seattle. In honor of the recent launch of CityCast Seattle, their host, Jane Sihu, is joining us to settle the question once and for all, which is the better city? And I know we all know the answer to that one, but let's humor her, shall we? We'll be debating the merits of our respective cities through food, nature, and civic pride. And we chose these topics to help keep our shots above the belt. So keep score and let us know who you think won. Again, we all know the answer to that one. Also, a big thank you to today's sponsor, Meals on Wheels People. It's Tuesday, December 2nd. I'm Claudia Meza, and this is what Portland's talking about. Before we get to debating our city's merits, Jane, I just wanted to welcome you to the CityCast family. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Claudia. It's great to be here.
I also wanted to give you a chance to introduce your city to us Oregonians. You know, for those of us who might not have heard of it, it's called Seattle, something Settle. Right?
That's right. Yes.
I'm getting close.
Settle, Washington.
So what do you think we might not know down here in Portland? Because I freaking love a fun fact, Jane. Let me tell you.
All right. Well, fun fact about Seattle is that there used to be a whole underground city here. So most of the city burned down in 1889. And during the rebuilding, they realized that it would be a good chance for them to rethink some parts of the city that weren't working. Like there was a lot of flooding that was happening in the downtown area. And they decided they would just raise the street level of the entire downtown by a story or two. And so they sealed off this underground. And it became this kind of seedy part of town where there was a lot of drug dealing and prostitution. And it wasn't open again until the 60s. But now you can tour it. It's one of the few tourist things that I would actually recommend. I think there are at least two different versions of this underground tour where you can see the original downtown Seattle.
That is really interesting because we have something similar. They're called the Shanghai Tunnels.
Oh.
Except our lore is that that's where nefarious merchants would steal workers for the ships. They would get that's what they would call. They would get Shanghai.
Shanghai tunnels. I was going to say, is there a little bit of racism there? I was the Shanghai tunnels.
Well, let me explain to you, Jane, what the term Shanghai means. It means that you have gotten knocked out, you wake up and you're in Shanghai, China. Problematic, but I'm just letting you know that it was an active term of getting Shanghaied.
That makes sense.
But I understand. It's a little weird to hold. But moving on.
Well, I'm glad we both have downtown tunnels.
Yeah, though I feel like our tunnels have been refuted. I feel like you guys might actually have, you have a whole underground city, because of what you just explained. And we might just have long basements. But I don't know. That's up for debate. We might have long basements and a really cool story somebody told. So anyhow, we both know that the entire point of this conversation is just to try and persuade each other and anyone listening that our respective city is the true gem of the Pacific Northwest. Though I gotta say, Astoria, Oregon, and Edmonds, Washington are also strong contenders, at least in the cutie patootie category.
True.
But they're not here. So it's up to us to settle this once and for all. So how we are gonna judge are by these parameters: food, access to the outdoors, and civic pride. Notice I left out who has a better running city because I wanted to give us both a fighting chance. So congrats on your new mayor, though. Congrats.
We are excited about that.
The city of Portland, I think we're also on the up and up, I gotta say. But let's start with something more in our favor. Let's put it that way. Let's start with food. And because I'm sure we can both go on for hours, let's limit ourselves to our top 3 reasons our respective food scenes are the absolute best. Jane, you are my guest. You can go first.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. Okay, I think the first thing that we do best here is seafood. It's got to be seafood. We are close to the water. We have a bustling port. Like, we've got fishermen literally coming in with fresh catches every day. We've got excellent sushi. We got those oysters. If you're really industrious, you can go out there, catch your own stuff. Like, I've been crabbing out here. You get some great crab. And you can do this all like from in town, which is pretty incredible. So hard to beat since you all are a little bit more inland.
Word.
Other thing, Chinese food. I gotta say, of course, if we brought Vancouver into this conversation, clearly they would.
Are we talking
win.
the BC or are we talking about Vancouver, Washington?
No. I'm talking BC. Sorry, Vancouver, Washington. You're great, but not,
I'm just wondering.
Not for Chinese food.
Are we talking about the Couve or are we talking about BC?
The Couve, yeah.
Okay.
No, we're talking about BC there. But Chinese food here, pretty sick, especially if you're counting the larger Seattle area. You go outside of Seattle into Bellevue. That is where the good stuff is. And you know what? Honestly, I'm going to say Portland has a pretty good food scene, and I feel like you all have a lot of the bases covered. So my third thing is kind of a cop-out, but I think we do have nicer views from the restaurants.
Okay.
We've got a lot of like beautiful rooftop stuff. We've got a lot of good ocean view stuff that's like right on the water. Very vibey.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's got to count for something, right?
Yeah. I got to tell you, I agree on all points. You guys were also the origin place of teriyaki.
That's right.
Yeah. Japanese immigrants created teriyaki in Seattle. I think that's pretty cool, though I think we make it better. Anyhow, so I'm going to start off very bold by proclaiming that the very concept of farm to table that most Americans know of was made popular by a Portlander, James Beard. Heard of him? Being that
the James Beard?
Yeah.
Who gives the awards?
Yeah, James Beard's ghost, who's still around giving awards. Being that we're situated in this fertile valley and also have some pretty strict urban growth boundaries, we might just have more farms and wineries within a 30-mile radius than Seattle. So I do think our menus tend to be more seasonal, fresher, and it's one of the reasons we can keep our prices a little cheaper, which leads me to my second point. Portland delivers way more quality and deliciousness for the price point. I think restaurateurs also have a lower barrier to entry point, so we have chefs that are coming from all walks of life and cultural backgrounds, and it makes our scene just a little more vibrant, in my opinion. Our food cart scene alone can wipe almost any American city's food scene off the map, which includes Seattle. I said it.
Can I refute each of these things?
I have not submitted my time.
Okay. There will be a rebuttal.
Okay. Portland is filled with creative, passionate nerds who take pride in doing things the hard way. So when Anthony Bourdain talked about our food scene almost 20 years ago, he called it fabulously quirky, obsessively talented. And I think that sums it up pretty well. Like, our food scene is filled with fucking nut jobs who all used to be artists or musicians, you name it, and now take up to 3 to 5 working days to make you the best bread you've ever had in your life. The end.
I love that attention to detail. No, I mean, I do think that Portland being a more affordable place to live than Seattle allows for some of those art weirdos to persist, right? And like to keep making their shit the hard way. Now I'm trying to remember the other things you said earlier.
You know, you should start taking notes.
I should. I was just thinking that.
Like a lawyer.
Wait, remind me of the other two things you said earlier.
Okay.
Farm to table.
Okay. Because you had nothing. You know what? We'll circle back. We got a few more parameters. I do want to say that your producer did chime in and she said, "You can't taste a view, Jane." I'm like, aren't you fighting for Seattle? But then she also said, "You can't taste nut jobs, Claudia." And I agree with her.
Also true.
Yeah. Well, let's take a quick break here. And when we come back, who has the better access to the outdoors? Give someone you love the gift of exploration all year long with an OMSI membership. And right now, you can save 15% on memberships through January 5th. Whether you're looking for outings with visiting family over the holidays, summer camps for the kids, or just everyday moments of wonder, an OMSI membership unlocks it all. And in addition to year-round admission to the museum, you get discounts on all OMSI camps and classes, including vouchers for OMSI's planetarium, the USS Blueback submarine, and documentaries on Portland's largest movie screen, the Empirical Theater. Plus, your OMSI membership supports programs that bring hands-on science education to schools and communities across Oregon and the Pacific Northwest. There's never been a more meaningful time to support this work. To get your membership today, visit omsi.edu. That's omsi.edu. This Giving Tuesday, you can help to alleviate hunger and loneliness for our older neighbors by supporting Meals on Wheels people. Their mission is simple: to enrich the lives of seniors and support their independence by providing nutritious home-delivered meals along with human connection and social support. And right now, need is rising fast. SNAP cuts and federal benefit delays have created an immediate surge in demand, and some older adults can't make it to the food bank due to mobility, transportation, or health challenges. Meals on Wheels estimate that with all that's going on, they might be serving about 100,000 additional meals over the next year. But you can help them out. Thanks to a matching gift, every donation you make today will be doubled dollar for dollar up to $15,000. You can help them raise $50,000 this Tuesday. Visit MOWP.org today to double your donation. That's MOWP.org. All right, so now let's talk about Seattle and Portland's access to the outdoors. Which city does it better? And oof, this is going to be a tough one. So what does Seattle even have going for it, Jane? Sorry.
I think you already sense that you're going to lose this one.
I feel like I can argue this next point for you, but go on, Jane. Go on. Okay. Tell me about Siddle.
I feel like the big one that people always point to is the fact that we have mountain views and that we are able to access the mountains more easily. We have Tahoma, also known as Rainier. It is much cooler and also, might I add, taller than Hood. I know you all also have your one singular mountain, but I just spent about a week this summer walking around the perimeter of Tahoma, and it was an amazing experience. And I don't know that the Hood Trail is as nice as that one. I will also say that you can not only have this close proximity to get into the mountains, but there is literally a bus you can take to go hiking now. So if you don't have a car
really cool.
and you still want to get out there, there's something called Trailhead Connect. You just get on the little bus, you take the little bus about 45 minutes, and then you get to go on a hike and then come back. And the third and the obvious one is we just have more water and it's better.
Oh, wow.
We've got
okay.
so many different lakes, and we got, I feel like, as one of our listeners put it when I asked for ammo to come into this conversation.
Oh, damn. Okay.
They were just like, listen, ferries are better than rivers. And that is just, we've got a really robust and beautiful ferry system here. And that means that we have cooler marine wildlife that comes with it. Like, you get to see orcas from the city limits.
I've seen them.
And you see sea lions, you see spawning salmon. Like, the wildlife that comes with that water is amazing. Like, I went tide pooling on my birthday and was only 15 minutes from my house. It was amazing.
Could you see cool shit in your tide pools?
Yeah, you see anemone, you see a lot of corals.
Too.
We saw a starfish. It was very cool.
Literally crossing some of my points out. Okay, great. All right. So before I start, know that I'm in love with ferries. Know that I'm in love with the San Juan Islands. So I'm going to try my best here. Jane is taking notes, by the way. I haven't even started talking, and she's already like, you just have a pen you're waving around. All right.
I'm ready for my rebuttal.
Okay. In a single day in Portland, you could explore tide pools on the Oregon coast, take a gorgeous hike in the Columbia Gorge, and sip a beer in Mount Hood's Timberline Lodge, where they shot The Shining. Maybe even hit some cosmic night tubing or snowboarding if the mountain allows it. Would it be a long day and require hours of driving? Sure. But it can be done. It has been done. And I just think that it shows how easy it is for us to get to so many breathtakingly beautiful landscapes. And we also have buses that go to all these things. And they're about an hour and a half away. You know, the mountain's a little closer, but give or take. Mm-hmm. Also, I'm sorry. Yeah, you guys have way more water. You're like out there. You're in the Sound. But I think our coast is better than yours. Ours is more dramatic and moody. We have cliffier cliffs, rockier rocks. I was going to say better tide pools, but I don't know about that. Like, I just think ours are awesome. But I mean, I don't know. But our beaches
I'll consult with my nerd friends.
Okay, great. Our beaches are pretty much the woods, plus the entire Oregon coast is public land. What's more accessible than public land, I ask? Washington's coast is mostly privately owned. Did you know that? I looked it up. Kind of a bummer. And finally, I know Seattle has more public parks than Portland because I also looked that up. I thought I was going to cream you guys on that. But in terms of acreage, your public parks amount to roughly 6,500 acres. Portland's park system manages nearly 12,000 acres. And that's because of Forest Park, a literal forest in the middle of our city. So I rest my case. There's no judge here, by the way. It's the listeners. And
yeah, I know. I was like, and
scene. I got nothing else. Well, I mean, what are we thinking here? What's your rebuttals?
I think you definitely have it in terms of the dramatic nature of the coast, right? Like you've got all of those giant sea stacks. It's gorgeous. Public lands over privately held lands any day. That's amazing. I did not know that fact previously. This does, however, bring up for me the fact that Washington as a whole has at least 3 national parks. You all have, I believe, 1.
But it's the best one.
I've not been to Crater Lake, but I've always wanted to.
It's the deepest lake, I'm just going to say, in the world. Did you know that? I didn't.
Well, isn't it also closed for the next year for like road maintenance or something
It's
like
true.
that?
It is closed for the next year.
Yeah. So on the proximity to national parks scene, okay. I think Seattle also wins in that category. But
all right, I'm gonna say a draw.
Yeah, sure. I don't know though. I do feel like there's so much to recommend about Portland. I will say that I think Seattle wins on the just ease of access.
The sheer beauty of every view that you can get in the area, possibly.
But I do love Portland has a nice view in some places.
Oh no, Portland is gorgeous. I'm sorry. I also really like our city. I like our skyline. I love our rivers. I know it's not the sound.
Mm-hmm.
Here I am fighting for you guys again. I do love your oysters. We don't have naturally growing oysters. All of our oysters are from beds, which are good. But like you guys have like fresh ass oysters. You can just go up there and like bing bang boom. It's amazing.
Bing, bang, boom. Yep, that's what we do every fall.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying who won that. I'm going to say it was a tie. Let's take a quick break here. And when we get back, let's discuss civic pride. Okay, finally, Jane, what it means to be a Portlander or a Seattleiter. Is that how you guys call them yourselves, Seattleiters?
I mean, maybe it should be how we call each other now. Yeah, Seattleiter.
Who does it best? So, Jane, kick us off.
Okay, I feel like the top thing that we have on you all is maybe the sports scene. We have basically every major sport, we have a professional team. And I feel like, in particular, we have a dedicated and growing women's sports scene, something that I think is a source of great civic pride and something to be proud of. Also, we have a killer music scene. I know Portland has a good music scene as well, but I feel like the roots of grunge coming from Seattle remains an influence, right? Like we take great pride in all of the indie music that comes out of Seattle. We got Sub Pop, and also coming from all of that, I think that a large portion of the country has been copying our style. Like grunge has been, the 90s are back in a big way, right? Like, and grunge fashion, and also gorpcore is huge right now.
What the fuck is I'm sorry, what is gorpcore? What is I've never heard of gorpcore.
Okay, think like outdoor athletics kind of
but like corporate?
Like hiking clothes, but like also like like a Patagonia as like your formal wear in a way. I don't know that
nothing to be proud of, I gotta tell you. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I don't know that that's my personal style, but I do think that that is a huge influence that we have had on the rest of the country.
I refute that. I have no pen off the dome. When I think of gorpcore now, as you explained it to me, I think of the Bay Area. I think of Silicon Valley.
Oh, they co-opted it.
Oh. Oh, really?
I
You
mean,
think they're the ones copping you guys? Okay, all right. I mean, I got no friggin' horse in this game. I don't care. Is this it? Is this the extent of your Seattle Civic Pride points?
yeah, now I want to hear yours. Now,
Okay.
now I'm like, should I have come with more?
Whew, here we go.
All right.
Jane, we all know Portland is a smaller city in terms of population, but we have something like 94 neighborhoods and Seattle only 88. And each of these neighborhoods has its own distinct personality and attributes. And I know Seattle does have some of that, but Portland weirdly feels like less of a sprawl, though technically speaking, Seattle is actually denser. I don't know how'd you guys manage to do that, but you did. So not sure how your city manages to feel so fractured. It could be the sound,
All that water.
It could be your terrible 9-way intersections. But I feel like our very infrastructure gives Portlanders a better sense of identity. Even if it's like, yo, I'm from Southeast Portland, or me, who will never stop talking about my neighborhood of St. John's. And our strong neighborhoods really does instill pride in where you live. It just sort of like works its way up and makes it so you care more about what's going on around you. Also, our protests are just way better. Costuming, music, humor. That is point one.
Dang, that's just point one. Okay, we're locking in. Claudia's having a drink of water.
Delicious Portland water, by the way, which I feel like we need to have a water
a
off.
taste test.
We need a taste test, but we need a control. So we need some water from like New York or some shit, because fuck them.
Oh,
okay.
we're going to know immediately if it comes from New York. Yeah, it's going to be trash.
Okay. We're like, what's this trash water here? Okay, the last thing I'll say about our civic pride and identifying as a Portlander, we actually have a totally real holiday that the podcast and our listeners actually came up with called 503 Day. It lands on May 3rd. It's named after our most prominent area code. Sorry, 971, but the OG is 503. And 503 Day, as it's been proclaimed by our city, is now the official day we all agree not to talk shit about Portland as Portlanders and instead celebrate all that makes the city great. We even organized a block party this year, and it was amazing. We had costumes. People came dressed up as free libraries and the Portland, Oregon white stag sign. We had live band karaoke. Our city councilors, our state reps joined in. It was a blast. Plus, Tootie Cole from Dead Moon sang us a song. I can't imagine a better day to be a Portlander, and we all held hands. And we sang a song together. We sang a Dead Moon song together. It was fucking amazing. And also, Ashley thinks that you guys are going to get a 206 Day, and I got to tell you, no one's going to come out February 6th. Prove me wrong, Seattle. Have a nice block party on February 6th, Seattle.
Yeah, May 3rd is a way more auspicious day for that, just in general.
That is all I have. I mean, there's way more, but I don't want to embarrass Seattle here. The end.
I think that the 503 Day thing is amazing. That is genuinely so cool. Congrats to you all. And
thank you.
It feels very not Pacific Northwest, though, to like hold hands and sing. I feel like we only usually
we didn't
do
really
that
hold
if
hands and
like...
sing. I got to tell you, we didn't really hold hands. It was like a spiritual level. We held hands and sang. But
okay, I will tell you that the one time I've ever seen Seattleites hold hands and sing was it was right after the first Trump election. People gathered around
the so happy about Trump being elected?
Green Lake.
Okay.
Yes, everyone was so overjoyed. But people literally we lined a 2.8 mile long lake here, held hands. I don't think they were singing, but the idea was that we were all going to hold hands. And I was amazed at how many Seattleites were willing to touch each other. It feels very not Pacific Northwest to me, but I thought it was nice.
I've never heard of that.
It happened once, only once. And it probably will never happen again because it was too weird.
What I'm hearing is that it happened once and then everyone denied it ever happened. Like I'm hearing that Seattle was like, that never happened. I was not part of that.
Erased from history. Okay, also that reminds me of what you were saying about Portland protests. The frog, iconic. I got to give that to you all.
Thank you.
We up here have been talking about what would our version of that be, and I don't think we've settled on one. So
you could be a salmon.
Ooh.
Take that.
Yeah, people were saying
guys, that was
Humpy,
for free.
The Mariners mascot.
Dude,
yes,
Humpy.
Maybe that would be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
a little glaze on your Seattle donut here. I love going to Mariners games. I'm so jealous that you guys have an MLB team. I actually really love T-Mobile Park. I will say what I hate are all the tall people who steal all my hot dogs from heaven. I pay good money to be in, like, whenever I get a Mariners ticket, I know where that shit comes up, like, I know.
Mhm.
So I get a seat, and then some asshole from, like, the fuck where, I don't know, comes in, steps on my foot, and takes my hot dog from heaven. And I don't know why I need someone to do something about that in the city of Seattle. Hopefully your mayor is listening. I don't think that's fair. I'm 5'3". What the fuck am I supposed to do? I want a hot
as a
dog.
fellow 5'3" person, yeah, please, Katie Wilson, do something about this. I don't know how tall she is, but like that is some ultimate tall person privilege.
And there's not enough shame. People are just like, oh, it's all fair. It's baseball. No, it's rude and it's stealing.
It's rightfully yours. You are entitled to it.
It was coming to, I'm sorry. I have videos. I'm so upset. I love Seattle. I know this was like kind of a fun back and forth, but I need you to know that anyone listening, I love Seattle. Please don't shoot me on sight if I come to Portland.
I mean, I feel the same way about Portland. If I'm being real, there have been many times I've asked myself, should I just move to Portland? Especially whenever I come down and visit, see my friends. Like, there's a great literary scene in Portland.
Oh, yeah.
The food is amazing, and it's fairly inexpensive compared to Seattle. Like, it's like a more affordable Seattle. And okay, listen, I came with 3 other things as kind of a détente, like a handshake to be like, I actually do love Portland. 3 other things you all do better than us. 1, state legal psilocybin. Congratulations, Portland. You all get to have psilocybin, and Washington has not caught up to that yet. 2, having income tax instead of having an insanely high sales tax. You all actually have a tax system that's a little less regressive than here. And 3, I feel like the whole Pacific Northwest loves an underdog. And Portland, let's be real, is underdoggier than Seattle and always will be. So those are the 3 things I think you all have.
We are the bad news bears of the Northwest. I'm not going to refute any of those points, even though I easily could.
Fair. Okay.
But
you'll take them.
For Portland, I will take them. Thank you.
Great.
3 things. I mean, I gave you MLB. Again, I love the shit out of Orcas Island. I love that island so hard.
Yeah.
And I do love your culture of just like, let's get on a boat. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
totally.
I feel like,
yeah. We'll just be on water.
Yeah, it's not a rich person's thing there. They're just like, oh yeah, my grandpappy's got a boat. And it's like not the nicest boat, but like everyone's like, let's get on a boat. I fucking love that.
Yeah.
But I love boats. I'm sorry. I'm like giving you my spectrum reasons for loving Seattle. I'm like, I love boats. I love baseball.
No, I think it's great.
Anyway, Jane, it was a pleasure to host you. I'm so happy that CityCast Seattle exists. I was so stoked to know that, you became the host, and I'm really looking forward. We're like, we're sharing listeners. I know it. So if for some reason your listeners want to refute any of the points I made, hit us up. I want to hear them. We do a mailbag once a week, so I'll share them, and we'll continue this. Portland at citycast.fm. Hit me up. My name is John Notarianni, and you can hit me up personally at John Notarianni at citycast.fm. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much for having me on. I suspect that there will be, I don't know. I think it's unclear to me whether you actually will have any Seattleites in your inbox, because generally speaking, and this is my last little jab at you, Seattle doesn't really think about Portland.
I don't know. I've been to Timbers and Sounders games, so I don't know about that, buddy. But okay.
we like to at least pretend that that's how we conduct ourselves.
Okay.
But I feel like a lot of our listeners are also probably already Portland listeners. And if not, I hope that they also give that show a listen while they are down in your neck of the woods.
If anything, listen on Fridays. That's our roundup, and it'll probably make you feel a lot better about your city.
There's a lot of shared woes between our 2 cities.
A lot of shared frustration for sure. Well, thanks again, Jane.
Thanks for having me.
Before we head out, I just wanted to give another big thank you to today's sponsor, Meals on Wheels People. That's all for today here on CityCast Portland. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed the show, share it with a friend or rate and leave us a good review. It really helps us out. And don't forget, you can support this show and get some great perks by becoming a CityCast neighbor. Just visit membership.citycast.fm for all the details. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more from around the city. Until then, see you with Slims.